Rassie, between the 52nd and 56 minutes, you were scrumming and scrumming and scrumming. It was so powerful. And a lot of us from New Zealand, we were sitting here and thinking that the game was almost lost at that stage. And you know, that maybe it was such a turning point of the series. The All Blacks won a scrum, won a crucial scrum. How pivotal was that moment in the second half and carrying on from there to the end of the game?
No, I've heard many of your podcasts. You're a very interesting person. But to be honest with you, I think you're spot on there. And I think it was the right call by the referee. I do think Gerard walked around there, and I think he made the right call. Maybe the instruction from the top or the suggestion should have been take the 3 points, because we were only 3 points down at that stage. And without a doubt, they scrummed really well there. And from then on, yeah, the momentum shift without a doubt. So, yeah, I agree with you.
Hi, Rassie Erasmus. I think there were 21 turnovers from the Springboks. What do you put the handling errors down to today? It was unusually sloppy. And maybe Peter-Steph, you can tell us from your experience out there as well as Rassie.
Yeah, I think we made a few critical mistakes, especially in 22, and like we said, some of them was handling errors, and yeah, it's just something we have to fix for next weekend as well.
Yeah, well, although they had a very clever tactic, again, 100% legal, they were stripping in the tackle. They didn't tackle like we practiced that we thought they would. They were normally either pushing down or chop tackles, and in this game they had a lot of strips. Even the try or the non-try, which when we mauled, the ball was stripped right over the touchline. The one where Jasper got pushed into Grant when the ball got knocked on there. So a lot of them is because of the good work that New Zealand did. The ball wasn't slippery. We can't use that as an excuse. We're not an inexperienced team that played. It's probably the pressure that they put on us at that different loose play, breakdowns and so on. So yeah, we didn't do well there and they did great.
Coach Ross, how frustrating was it that you only went into halftime leading by only 1 point, considering that you had so many injuries in 22?
Yeah, it is disappointing, and that's probably the thing which New Zealand are great at, is that they really know how to stop you when you're inside their 22 in different ways. Being it stripping the ball, being it contesting for the ball on the ground, being it harassing the 9 within the laws. I'm not saying they're doing it outside the laws, and we couldn't handle that. So yeah, I don't want to be quoted the wrong way. I thought up until minutes 50, we were really dominating territory, possession, and we felt we were really in the game. But the class team like New Zealand, if you don't convert, they give you a proper hiding.
Rassie, how catastrophic is this loss? I mean, first, you wanted to make a statement in the first test. Everybody wants to make a statement first. Would you see this catastrophic?
We've been in many catastrophic situations in our life. We lost the first test against British and Irish Lions. Everybody said that catastrophic. We lost the first pool game against New Zealand in the World Cup. Everybody says that catastrophic. So we've been in a lot of catastrophic situations in our lives. Obviously, we're now in a position, if we want to win a series, we have to win 3 games on a trot. So without a doubt, it puts them in a very good position, which they thoroughly deserve. And now we have to go to Cape Town and try and we win there, then it's all level. But we still have to win 3 matches in a row. So I wouldn't say catastrophic, because there is a way out, and that's winning 3 matches on the trot.
Rassie, despite your scrum dominance and also taking into account how well New Zealand scrambled in defence of that, were you a bit disappointed though that you didn't seem to have too many other strings to your bow? I mean, there was obviously massive scrum dominance, but you couldn't make that count. What else was there, sort of thing?
No, without a doubt. I mean, we were over the line and they stripped the ball. The third scrum on minute, as Dylan said there, minute 58, the third scrum, we could have taken the 3 points and been level. So obviously when you look in hindsight, you say, yeah, there's a lot of things that we didn't convert it. But I think there's 2 or 3 big moments which we just let the game go away from us by not because we wanted to, and not because we wanted to make those errors, but because New Zealand forced those errors onto us by being really intense and sharp. And then obviously we lost Kirtley, and Andre had to go to, I don't want to give excuses. New Zealand just did really well by keeping us out there.
Coach, I think you just touched on the question, just an injury update on some of the players that we saw leaving the field, and also just the decision of Cheslin Colby kicking for poles, not Sasha. What was the reason behind that?
Because we think Cheslin, did he miss a kick? Did he? Well, that's why he kicks. So he's at this stage our most accurate kicker, and he didn't miss a kick, so that's the reason for that. He's the only injured player, and I think it was more cramp than anything else. So we can't even point it. I mean, the 2 yellow cards, obviously, but we were already, I feel, almost down and out when we got the 2 yellow cards. It just compounded that we couldn't launch any comeback when we got the 2 yellow cards. Cheslin was kicking because he's at this stage our best kicker. And then injury-wise, it's Kirtley, his mouth got pinked, and the match doctor did not clear him.
Rassie, that first 50 minutes, was your guys' scrum just really good, or were the All Blacks really poor?
I don't think I must sit here in a position and say anything poor about the All Blacks, because you get a hiding like this, you're thoroughly beat by a team that's probably now #1 in the world. It's nice now to go into the next game as the underdogs. It feels different. Look, Wilco scrummed well, and that's why we probably went for the 3rd scrum under the poles. And then the tactical error by Gerard, just going by the side and the ref calling it correctly. I think we were dominant there, but it doesn't help you just in one part of the game, or a few parts of the game dominant. The All Blacks were probably in most of the sections in the game dominant.
Takes us bloggers off, please. And then you can use it.
Rassie, you often speak about getting a snort club early on, and again, it's another snort club at the spark. How necessary are these snort clubs to just realign what needs to be done for the remainder of a series or a tournament? How important are these snort clubs to just realign plans for the remainder of the tournament?
No, I'm not going to butter it up and say we're going to learn from this and so on. I mean, that cliche of we learn